Welcome, everyone, to the Friday Night BS show. This podcast is rated R. So if you're under the age of 18, go somewhere else. We do get pretty. Kevin, it's tough. We try to control Kevin, but, we do our best. We do our best with Kevin.
What's open strong tonight, guys?
Is she in black and white, or is it just me?
No, don't start
It's
that.
my life. It's my life.
It's time you go see what is that glasses guy? Whatever those people call optometrist. That's it, isn't it?
Turn the light on, Kevin. Turn the light on.
Yeah, optometrist.
I was gonna go. You need to go see that OBGYN guy, but that's
What were
the
you
wrong
saying
part
about
of
me
the body.
living in Mordor?
That's the wrong part of the body. Yes, who's here today? Julian is back with us.
That's
Everybody
the
say
wrong
hi to
guy.
Julian. Hi, Julian.
What's up, guys?
Yes, Julian's back.
Julian.
Julian, I want to point out it's going to be really hard for me to get past the whole Trailer Park Boys reference in your name for a couple of weeks.
Do you know that show?
No, I've never watched it.
Oh,
God.
yeah, you got to watch
I
that
watched
show.
The Office. I need to watch Trailer Park.
You need to watch that. That is great. That's good reference there, Kev. What are we calling you today? Or you changed it. What does it say there?
I'm the insensitivity trainer.
Okay, good. All right. Kev is with Kev is with us, and as Kev called him last week, the Long Ranger is with us.
The Long Ranger.
The Long Ranger. D, we're glad you were not with us yesterday or last week, because I don't think you would. I don't think you would have enjoyed that show one bit at all. Hello, Tracy.
What's up, Tracy?
Everybody else that's out there, say hello in the chat. Don't be shy. We're good people. We're good people.
We'll still say hello.
Yeah, Kevin's a good guy, and we
I
got Kevin
only
all
bite if
straightened
you
out
ask me
last
to.
week. Yeah, we got Kevin all straightened out last week. You know,
I felt personally attacked.
It's the whole show was about Kevin and just breaking it off and doing it the right way. He even laid on his couch. We gave him some therapy. It was a good show.
That's true.
It was a good show.
Oh my goodness. I missed out on a lot. I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch that.
You really don't.
The Lone Ranger made
I'm gonna.
Yeah, fanboy is Art. Hello, Art. All right. What are we going to talk about today? A woman, 18, allegedly destroys her. She thought she was vandalizing her boyfriend's car, and she picked the wrong car. Wrong car, guys. We're going to get into that. That's just, yeah. She wasn't even close. It was across the street. And so it makes me want. We'll get into it. I don't want to get. We'll get into it because that's the whole thing is stupid.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, swing and a miss. And of course, she was arrested too. Why, Deana? Why do women love bad boys and dump the nice guys? We're going to get into that tonight. We're going to find out. We're going to get because I think I'm assuming Kevin knows you, that you've dated a few bad boys.
I've never met her. Today's the first day I'm talking to her.
Is Kevin your bad boy?
Finger doesn't work.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. She's injured. No 2 fingers for you tonight.
I am injured.
No, you just went way on. No. Was Kevin your bad boy?
These are the 2 fingers that matter anyways.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself in a compromising position with your girlfriend?
What happened? Did you fall off the bed? Did you fall off the bed, D?
Yes. I
knew it. Oh, hold on.
I had an accident. All right. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm going to fix this. So I'm going to fix this so Julian doesn't have neck injury tomorrow morning. Hold on. I'm going to move the screen back over to the other TV. There we go. Is that better, Kev? I mean, Julian. Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what else are we going to talk about? D is going to do 13 things women had to do in the 50s. That would be unthinkable today. And a lot of them I kind of still agree with. We're going to go through them, but I kind of still think that we should go back.
I haven't looked at this list yet. It's going to be blind reaction.
I'm excited to hear about this.
Oh, well, hey, Bruce was around in the 50s, so I think he remembers
by 1 year.
That 1 year you were there 1 year. You're 1959, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you got a little taste of the 50s in you. You got a little taste.
One year.
Yeah. We're gonna get into that. We've got look, it is our supervisor on the other side of on the Instagram. Hello.
I have no supervisors.
Yes, I will call her my work wife. Is on Instagram.
Your boo.
My boo. Well, no. I was going to propose to her last week with a ring pop.
Is that your supplier?
But our boss was there the whole time, so I couldn't do it. So I got to do it this week when I go back.
You ruined a special moment.
Yeah. I can't do it with the supervisor there, so we'll wait, and then I get on my knee and I'll have somebody record it and me proposing to my work boob. Yeah. What else do we got? That's it. My work boob. Doesn't everybody have a work boob?
No.
Well, now she knows it's not going to be a surprise anymore.
No, she already knows from last week. I was going to do it last week. She heard it on last week's show. She was scared. You ruined the surprise. Yeah, you already knew it was coming. I told you last week that I was going to propose to you with a ring pop, but the other person was there, so I couldn't get it. Hello, Luke out there. Luke, we see you. Don't worry, I see you.
At least she doesn't know what color.
She doesn't know what color ring pop or what flavor, so that's the surprise, and it's I was going to go I was going to try to, I can't find the little gumball machines. Remember the little machines you put a quarter in, you got like a stupid ring in there, and there was like all these other toys in there.
The grocery store.
I can't find one of those.
They don't have them anymore.
Walmart has them.
Do they? Because I think they took them all out during the pandemic because it was like a touch situation.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, you can't have rings during the pandemic. Yeah,
and you can't have people touching turn things. Like, just don't touch anything.
Don't touch
nothing. Hundreds of filthy fucking children. Yeah, exactly.
Kevin's coming to us from a cave somewhere in Georgia. Are there caves in Georgia? I'm sure there's a cave.
Making coffee. There's caves in Kentucky. I don't know if there's shit in Georgia except for never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
Coffee. The K-Dog. The Caffeinator. Making coffee.
Yeah. So before we get into this Florida woman, of course, it's always Florida. It's always Florida.
We're getting into a Florida woman. I'm excited.
Yeah. So Kevin, I'm going to start with Kevin. Kevin, had you had a girlfriend that has taken it to this extreme? Maybe not, spray painted your car, maybe keyed your car. So have you come into this kind of a situation and you're dating? And you two out there, you think about it too, Julian, and the Long Ranger.
I don't think I've ever had a relationship where it came to a girl destroying any of my stuff.
Yeah. Oh, she never, none that tried to run you over? Nothing?
No.
Oh, wow.
Had a couple threaten to hurt themselves, but never breaking my stuff.
That's the tough one. I've heard some horrible stories about that. Someone told me a story too. I think it was over. I may be off, but there was a story. Someone at where we work had told me that he had an expert fake her death.
Oh,
yeah, faked her death. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Mr. Julian, have you had a girlfriend that do this?
Never break stuff. Never
Never broke anything. Key your car?
No. Actually, I've been very lucky. Yeah.
Man, we don't date really passionate women. I guess I almost got run over. She tried to run me over, but I got out of the way.
Was she Italian?
She was actually Italian. Now that you think, she was Italian.
I can't stop laughing.
Yeah. And this has happened to my cousin too. We were standing outside, and his girlfriend thought he was cheating on her, and she tried to run him over with a car too. But we saw it coming because she tried to. She tried to come around the corner and she lost control and went up on the curb. So we had plenty of time to get out of the way because she had to overcorrect and we got it out of the way.
Nothing's worse than a homicidal woman and a bad driver.
Yeah, and a bad driver, man. Brucey, you actually had a stalker?
I had a stalker, but then I had somebody tried to run me over 2 different times. So
yeah, that's passion right there. That's passion.
Maybe I haven't done it right.
You just got to give it to her good and then take it away.
I mean, you can see a car coming, so it's like it's easy to get out of the way.
Yeah, you can see a car coming. You have plenty of time to get out of the damn way. If you don't get out of the way, But there are those guys. I can kind of picture a guy going, fuck you, you ain't gonna do it, and just kind of stand there and then get hit by.
They don't know women well enough, and they really don't know a woman well enough trying to run you over, do they?
Yeah. D, have you had this? Have you had a boyfriend just get mad at you and try to key your car? There we go.
Oh,
would
yeah.
You like, would you like to share?
I have stories.
All right, hit us with
stories. We could do a whole episode on the stories that I have. Oh my goodness. Trying to think of something recent, but I can't, so I'm just gonna go with the story of recent, because there's we're not going to talk about that.
English,
this is a whole episode. We can do a whole episode on this. No, there was a guy that I was dating for some time, and we'd broken up probably 7 times in 2 years. And he took all my art that he helped me get. He dumpster dove it and he threw it away.
Oh, come on, return from whence you came.
Yeah, no, I haven't had anyone try to kill me or key my car or nothing like that. But yeah, I tried to just almost get run over. Well, this girl, a Florida woman, has left one neighborhood disgruntled after mistakenly spray painting their car while trying to get back at her ex-boyfriend, according to police. She was arrested. Despite response to the vandalism call about a young woman spray painting a vehicle she apparently thought belonged to her ex in Delanto. I'm going to do my best right there. On Wednesday, February 26th. Let's see what else they got on here. What else? Oh, would you like to see a picture of her? Let me see if I can bring this up.
One of the crazy-eyed pictures where she's like...
What? Go ahead, Kevin.
Is it one of the crazy-eyed pictures, like a mugshot, where she's just like...
Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Go ahead. Yeah. She got... the other girl was young, so hold on here. Let me get... Oh, wait. What am I doing here? I have a bookmark. I don't need to do that. John, come on, man. This is a professional show, John. The BS show.
Half the show is tech support, John.
Professionally, yes. Oh my gosh, that mug is amazing.
We are professionals here. We'll present. Share screen.
This is a Becky mug.
Oh,
is
you got
it?
the Becky mug.
Oh, Becky's the best.
She's the best.
So thoughtful. Thank you, Becky.
Yeah, she is the best. All right, are we on? Yeah. We're on. There we go. There we are. There we are.
Get the cat 6 cable.
Yeah, Ethernet cord.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Look at that. She did a number. I mean, she didn't fuck around.
This
is my thing. Okay, this is my thing.
That's Alexis.
Yeah, but it is Alexis. No, it's an infinity. It's an infinity.
That's an infinity.
That's what I said first, and I double guessed myself. Damn it.
But she can't paint and spell at the same time, though.
She can't spell, which is, I was going to bring that up too.
Jason's the devil.
Yeah, she tried. But here's my thing. She's mad at her boyfriend for something she did, right? That he did, correct? How well does she know her boyfriend and picking the wrong fucking car? I got to assume she's been in that fucking car, right? She's had to been in her boyfriend's car.
Now I want to see what the boyfriend's
she was
actual
drunk or
car
high
like.
at the time.
I don't think they have a picture of the boyfriend's car, but that does. And let's be honest, she must not have known this guy very well because she picked the wrong house and the wrong fucking car. So how
I mean, there's some crazy people out there. They could have been dating for a couple of months. She might not have been in that car.
Oh, that's true. That's
Alcohol was a factor.
She doesn't look like a psychopath.
Yeah,
she looks alcoholic.
She looks fed up.
She looks like a problem.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she just came from the pet cemetery.
Your thoughts, Julian. What does she look like? Does she look like somebody you date?
No.
Well, this is not true. We can't really go by mugshot.
Probably not someone I would date, but she looks like she's fed up. So he had to have done something.
He did something.
How
pissed off does Dee need to get to do that? Where did she go? She's not
even here.
My face died. Time out.
Time out. Yeah, no, I know no one takes a good mugshot, but you can see the attitude in her eyes when she's taking this mugshot. I mean, she's pretty pissed. So, I don't know, man. I just find the whole thing funny because it's like, maybe you're right, Kevin, but maybe she's never been to his house. Maybe he's never been in his car. I find it hard to believe that she's never been in his car. And I get it.
Is there any information about how long they were dating or anything like that?
I need context. Maybe they went out one time and she was like, "Why have you never called me back?"
Maybe she was driving him around.
That could be too. But I just, she's had to been in his car. I mean, I get maybe not knowing where he lives and just kind of getting a general idea where he lives. I get that part, but not knowing the car that you've probably been in a few times.
Sounds like there's more than just her, though.
Yeah. And she convinced her friend to do it with her. So her friend's the minor, so she's going to get off with nothing. But, dude, D, just out of curiosity, D, how mad does D need to be?
Sorry, what?
How mad does D need to be at a boy to do something like this?
I'm not that guy, dude.
I'm not that guy.
I just cut ties and bail. I'm not that guy. I don't need to go to court over stuff like no.
They had 4 Locos and a whole bottle of Crown Royal, so maybe.
Yeah. They did. Police recovered an empty Crown Royal bottle. There saying. You go. There's the whole answer.
And a yellow spray paint.
You eliminated 4 Locos. That shit makes you crazy.
Yeah, it does. It does. Matter of fact, after reading that, thank you, Julian, for seeing that. But after reading that, I can understand why she looked like this and that much.
Yeah, the malt liquor's wearing off.
No fun. It says a photo. What else we got on here? The 18-year-old is in fight. I don't want to say her name. 16. The other accomplice was 16 years old, so she's just going to go to juvenile hall. She ain't going to get shit. But
they were underage and they were hammered.
Yeah, the 18-year-old, she's 18, so she's screwed. That's why we're seeing her face on people's whatever this place is called. But yeah, good luck to you. Maybe get some counseling.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
She's gonna be crying in court. The judge is gonna go easy. She's gonna pay a fine. She's gonna pay for the damages on the car. Everybody's gonna move on with their lives.
You think for real that she's gonna get off? No, I don't think so. I don't think she's getting off. I don't
think she's getting off. I think she's gonna have to do some shit, but I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, this is the end of your life.
No, she'll get stuck in community service. Yeah.
Just in case you're leaving early, go into the private chat and there's your link.
Okay, I'm not leaving early. I already told you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. We'll start with that one because we missed it last week, and everyone was kind of upset that we didn't talk about that. So, and of course, I'm letting D do this so that way I don't get into any fucking trouble saying any of these things. So,
but you just admitted that you were the machination behind everything, John. It's still your fault.
I know it's not in charge. I have the shut off button here, but.
You could have muted that part.
I'm not doing it. I can already see someone screenshotting shit I say on this show. Someday I'm going to run for city council in Modesto. I can see this show coming back at me. I can tell.
Oh, they're going to clip for me. I forget.
and some people know how well I am at work. I'm such a nice guy at work. I don't talk like that.
Oh, Becky didn't pop in the middle of the X-rated section of the show.
She didn't, but Bruce, let's be honest. She's coming in on a part of the show that's probably not going to make her very happy. What do you think, Julian?
I mean, it just depends how they feel about women's roles in a relationship
in the 50s. In the 50s. Look, these already got smoke.
Wants to be a trad wife.
Yeah, Becky's Dee's already got smoke coming out of her ears. She's probably read the first sentence. Yeah,
And I have headphones on. I have not read the first sentence. It's funny because I was like, I'm not going to read it first. And then you didn't send anything to me until just now. I'm like, oh, so it'll be a blind reaction. So I've pulled up the media assets so I can get angry in stereo.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We can even do this so they can take some of the pressure off of us.
What the hell are you doing? No.
Go ahead, Dee. Tell us the 13 things women had to do in the 50s that would be unthinkable today.
Make a sandwich.
Oh boy.
Yeah, God damn it. Make John a sandwich. Julian wants a sandwich. Bruce wants a we all want sandwiches.
Deana, you look so angry right now.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin. Hey, welcome back, Deana.
I only got to number 1 and I'm already like,
are you at number 1? All right, there we go. Wearing
number
dresses.
1 is wear dresses. Dresses only.
I like that. What do you think, Julian?
Yeah. Thumbs up on that one.
Yeah, nice sundress in the summer.
Fuck yeah. Even in the wintertime. Sundress during the winter. Don't flip us off, D. I know you don't want to be up front and center, so we'll go ahead and take you off the up front and center. Go ahead.
Don't forget the high heels with the dress too. So yeah.
I fixed it. Go ahead.
Fuck you. I don't want to wear high heels with a dress in the wintertime. I live in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's tough.
You try walking through 6 inches of snow or more.
Yeah, women were expected to wear dresses as a symbol of what, D?
Femininity.
Femininity.
I'm not even looking at it. I knew the word.
We all knew, Bruce.
You're such a good.
I didn't even bring up the article, and I knew that.
We knew the word that was coming, man. Do you want to read all of it, or you just want to get into each little part of each one? You want to do? You got to do something.
No. We'll go on. Just
dead air, D.
Ready.
Oh, here.
The societal norm dictated that
women. Erica watching the show now, John.
Here it is.
Who's watching?
Erica.
There we go.
Erica, would you mind having to wear a dress all the time? All the time.
While you're washing dishes.
Washing dishes.
Making a sandwich.
Washing dishes in a dress. And in Wisconsin weather? Fuck you. No.
Yeah, Erica. No. There you go. Erica doesn't mind it one bit.
Yeah. California girl.
Yeah, California. Yeah, that's the difference. I think it matters.
Wisconsin. We'll talk about
Kevin,
it again.
What are your thoughts on that rule? Should it come back?
Wherever you want, as long as it's easily removed.
There you go. Oh, nice. Good answer. Julian, would you mind? Would you mind?
That's a reasonable answer.
All the time. She can't leave the house without a dress on.
This is why they had so many babies back then.
I wouldn't hate it.
Women wore the dresses. Right?
Go to your no,
Eric,
don't turn
go to your
off.
room. Yes.
No. Bertha, you want to go on to number 2? Number 2.
Oh, number 2. Here we go. Let's make Deana angrier.
You don't love number 2.
Happened. Quit jobs after marriage. Once married, women in the 50s were often expected to leave their jobs to focus on family life. Actually, that's not too far-fetched from now. With the divorce rate being what it is, women have to figure it out and do both most of the time. So, chicken claw.
Careers were considered secondary. I like that. Kevin, your thoughts on having to quit your job and take care of the kids and your husband?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
no way. Not. I want a dual income household.
Yeah.
These days, it's not sustainable.
There's just no way to do it today. There's just
too expensive. Yeah,
it's too expensive.
Right,
There's just no way it could be possibly done.
I'm sorry, I'm a realist. Not to mention the fact that I would feel so pissed if I had to go to work all day and my wife was just like sitting at home doing a little bit of dusting.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, but it's not. It's just not possible.
It's not
Me
feasible.
too. Me too.
I think it's
Me
even.
too.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, if you go back and watch like the old sitcoms from the 50s, like Leave It to Beaver, she was always at the door when he came home from work, and she had like a martini ready to go as soon as you opened the door.
Had lunch ready for him, everything.
High heels, dress, pearl necklace,
pearl necklace.
Oh heck yeah, with the cute little heels, with the kitten heels, with the little feathers on the top.
Yeah, she was hot.
Oh wait, that's for something else.
Mrs. Cleaver was hot.
That's a fantasy that yes, and that is not a thing that actually ever happens.
Kevin,
you guys
number
are
3.
heathens.
Are we ready?
Mrs. Cleaver, or Mrs. Brady?
I Dream of Jeannie, Barbara Eden.
No, that's too easy, Bruce. I Dream of Jeannie. Everybody wants to
go with
blonde coming out of a fucking bottle.
Can we go with Ginger from Gilligan's Island?
No, Ginger from Gilligan's Island.
Mary Ann.
Pop.
I mean, either one is fine. Pamela Anderson, Baywatch. Like, let's go.
No. I was going 50s. I'm going to women of the 50s. So I'm giving you either Mrs. Cleaver or Mrs. Brady.
Not Brady.
I don't even know who Mrs. Cleaver is. I can't think of what she looks like.
Yeah, you're fucking young punk.
You never watched
Sorry, Grandpa.
You don't watch reruns?
That was still way before my time, but it was still on.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
Go ahead and hit us with number 3.
Number 3. This one angers me to this day, and I have facts. I have facts to back it. Obtain husband's permission for financial transactions. This is not sustainable today for the reason we talked about in number 2, because it's not sustainable for just one party to be working. But also, did you know that it was not even legal for a woman to get a mortgage on a house until the 1980s? In the 1980s, in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how many laws were written, to keep just keeping the woman down, just keeping the woman down,
keeping the woman down.
But here we go. Let's. Now I'm not from the 50s. I was an adult in the 50s, but I'm assuming that maybe they thought women didn't understand finance because it probably wasn't taught to them. Correct?
No, it was. We were taught typing and sewing and
baking,
finishing school.
Yeah.
Finishing school, and
it makes sense that there was a rule or a law like that in the books, because they didn't want making a bad transaction, because women do purchase stuff because of I'm going to get in so much trouble for this.
There's still plenty of checks in a checkbook.
It's a marketing ploy these days. Everybody knows that women are the bigger shoppers, and women are more attracted to the youth items and the makeup items, and the pink tax is like a whole other episode we could do also.
Yeah, no, I think that's part of it. I think part of it is the fact that maybe that wasn't something they learned in school about finance. I don't think men were even really taught about financing. I think they just learned it from whatever their dad was doing, and that's how.
We're still not taught about it. They don't teach finance, period.
Yeah, they don't. So
when I was in high school.
Yeah, they did. I had a class where it was actually home ec. To be honest, it was a home ec class where we sat down and showed us how to fill out a checkbook, how to write a check, how to balance a budget, all that stuff. We were given this much money a month that you make and your take home, and then we had to budget a checkbook throughout the week and for 1 month. So I got that at home ec.
We had a class called business law in my high school.
Yeah.
They taught you about basic contracts, how to balance a checkbook, how to do a credit report, how to, basically stuff you need to know.
Yeah. Erica, we're about
by the time I was in high school.
Yeah, Erica, you're about the same age as I, because I remember that being part of home ec. I remember that being part of the home ec class. Was just all of a sudden we had this spreadsheet that was put out our desk, and we had a budget, and we had to keep within the budget, food, groceries.
My home ec was just cooking.
Yeah. I cooked all right in that class. All right. Number 3. I like that rule. I think it should still apply because I think you guys make mistakes when it comes to financing.
Home economics. There you go, John. Not
I'm just
home
kidding,
ec.
D. I just, I'm
looked it up.
kidding. You know, I love you and I love women. So, they, you guys
I
do.
love them making you sandwiches. Sorry.
You guys do shop different than men. Would you agree to that, Kevin?
In what way?
Well, men make a list.
Well, we do make a list, but I think
I don't make shit.
And then you leave it at home on the kitchen table. You're just as bad. You're just as bad.
It's in my wallet.
It's in the head. Well, okay, Julian, when you're going to go buy a car, you go through all these things, right? You're like, this is what I want. I want this, right? When you bought your car, you said,
Yeah.
And I think all of us are like that, guys.
Going with the budget,
right?
What I'm gonna get, and
what you want. I want leather seats. Blah blah. A woman doesn't do that. She sees a color and likes it.
Oh, that's pretty,
bro.
That's a pretty car. I like that color.
They're here. Girl, still girl.
That
all of those things. I feel like that's learned behavior. Be by yourself for a little while. You have to be by yourself for a little while and figure that shit out on your own.
Yeah, I think seriously. We do. I think you guys. Let me put it this way. Maybe spontaneous. You're more of a spontaneous shopper than a man is. Is that fair?
Yes and no. I'll budget for something spontaneous. I'll put something in a cart and leave it there for a long ass time.
Oh yeah, I do that. I probably got like 18 web pages that got shit in carts right now.
Yep. Yeah, but you do that and then all of a sudden you check your email and they send you, hey, you left something in your cart. We'll give you 10, 20, 15% off.
This
is
kind
of a good ploy. So I like coupons.
Yeah, well, we are. I mean, I don't even go in the store anymore now. I do that Instacart. I do that thing. They just pick it up.
Yeah,
Instacart.
Instacart is fucking.
I did that when I couldn't go to the grocery store.
Becky, we're not trying to upset you. We're just trying to bring back the old days. You know,
the old days.
Talking about the old days. Mm-hmm. It's not how Kevin, myself, Julian, or Bruce. Maybe Bruce, because he's from that area.
Those were the days.
Go ahead. Number 4.
Number 4. You're making me want to clear my throat.
I like number 4.
Focus solely on housekeeping. I tell you what, if I have to do all the cleaning and the cooking, I'm not going to work.
That's fair.
Unless I'm by myself.
Kevin, your thoughts. Your thoughts on number 4.
I mean, I don't think that should just be a woman's thing. Like, goddamn, seriously? Like, if I get married and they want to work, I'll stay home and clean the fucking house. I'll clean the goddamn house. Holy shit, let's fucking go.
Hey, John.
We're gonna cook as well.
Be ready.
We need to take Kevin's man card.
I don't know.
You didn't have to work.
Take it.
We got to take his man card.
Take it. Take that card. Dee's working on the Johnny Sex candles. Dee's working on those candles.
They're going to be expensive, but it can be done.
Be expensive. Well, hey, I mean, it's the 1950s, right? So if she's not allowed to go to work and she can't make any financial decisions,
Becky, quit snow globing, Kevin.
Yeah, cooking, cleaning,
cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the kids. That's it, right? Julian hit it on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ghost Kevin so much he doesn't know if you're in love with him or not anymore.
Snow globing them.
Julian, he's Gen Z. He's doing good. Your thoughts on number 4, focusing solely on housekeeping.
If she's home and she's not working, then yeah, I think that's like fair if she's taking care of the house and things like that. But obviously, like nowadays, it's too expensive to do that. Yeah. So I think that it becomes a 50-50 thing.
Yeah. Now, I think I would be upset if I were a man from the 50s and I was working all day and she is home and the house is a mess. Mm-hmm. I would be upset.
That's fair. It's like you need equal division of work. Like that's how that works.
But you're working and she's not.
Yeah, but you're at work. That's what I'm saying. If you're at work all day and you come home and it's just a sloppy, messy house,
no dinner cooked, no nothing.
yeah,
no. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. Like, if the man is working, then and the woman's not, then the responsibility of the household falls on the woman. And like Erica said, if they're both working, then the responsibility of the house falls on both.
Yeah, it would be interesting to get Morgan's take on it. Poor Morgan. Number 5.
Conform to beauty standards. Beauty standards in the 1950s dictated that women maintain a polished appearance at all times. This included wearing makeup, coiffed hair, and a fashionable attire, even within the home. Even within the home.
Yeah.
The emphasis on beauty was pervasive, with advertisements promoting the idea that a woman's worth was tied to her appearance, which is still a marketing ploy to this day, by the way. Yes. Women spend considerable time adhering to these standards, still a thing, which were unrealistic and often detrimental to self-esteem, also still a thing. Such expectations placed superficial judgments above personal qualities, confining women to roles defined by looks rather than abilities. Still a thing. The relentless pressure to conform impacted women's self-perception and confidence.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Bruce, you were a kid of the 60s. I'm assuming
but my parents got divorced when I was very young, so
but your friend's house, when you go to your friend's house,
we popped in there for lunch and stuff like that, for dinners and crap like that. But I mean, it was 60s was when things were kind of changing a little bit.
Yeah.
It was all that hippie days and all that crap going on back then. So
yeah. Number 6, D.
Number 6, I actually agree with. Hosting social gatherings. I miss this one. Social gatherings were a significant part of a 50s housewife's life. Women were expected to host parties and gatherings, showcasing their homemaking skills and social grace. This responsibility included planning, cooking, and entertaining, often with little assistance. Hosting was seen as a reflection of a woman's capability in managing her home and social life, which is where you get that phrase, keeping up with the Joneses. The Joneses have a pool in their backyard now. Have you seen the grass at the Joneses?
Well, hey, I wanted to bring this back up because Erica brings up a good point. I mean, look at the way women are going outdoors today. I mean, you can't go into some store. I mean, we have airlines now that are refusing women to getting on airplanes because they're wearing yoga pants that are
really very revealing yoga pants too.
Yeah, very revealing yoga pants.
But I love my yoga pants.
No, that's good. Yeah. I get what she's saying, though. I think like a woman in the 50s, when she did go outdoors or go shopping, she made sure she was presentable. She didn't look like, I'm not saying I like it the way it, either or ways. I don't really care. But I'm just saying, I think it makes I think you took a little more stock in yourself when you left the house.
Yeah, I feel like that was a thing up until like the 80s and maybe the early 90s. I remember when you got on an airplane, you put on nice attire. Yeah. You were traveling. You looked nice.
Yeah, if you're going to die, you might as well die.
Both sexes, though. That was the thing for both sexes. Because, like, guys go out looking like schlubs all the time, too, now.
Yeah, we do. We do.
What is this? Can I ask Julian? Maybe I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but Julian, maybe we'll be able to shed some light on the on this thing where these kids are wearing sweatpants with blankets instead of coats out in public. What is this thing?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't. I think that just depends on the person. I don't really know if that's like a norm, because I won't personally go out with a blanket like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear a sweater or like a jacket or something, or a coat. I think that's kind of a new thing, though.
Maybe they're trying to get homeless money.
Or they just got out of bed and they're just like, fuck
the
it.
Slides and the Crocs and
the Crocs are killing me, man. That's all I'm saying.
I can't with the Crocs. It's a gardening shoe. Do you know? Fun fact: have you ever seen that movie? Oh shit, what's it called? What's it called? It's a Mike Judge movie.
Is it where they all wear Crocs?
It is a movie where they all wear Crocs.
Idiocracy.
It was actually fun fact. The costume designer picked it because it was a new startup at the time. And he's like, nobody would ever wear these horrible shoes. Why can't I think the name of this movie?
But Crocs are comfy. I think it's Idiocracy, though.
Idiocracy. Thank you. That is the name of the movie.
I would have never got that.
It's all right, Julian. We'll just say it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, D, number 7. Number 7.
Hang on, I gotta hit the button. There we go. Adhere to marital obedience. That's actually hilarious because nobody back in those days can actually say that they were 100% maritally obedient. It was just a thing to cheat, and you just didn't talk about it. Not like now, and you stayed married.
Spot on, D. That is spot on. It wasn't talked about. They did it, but they didn't. It wasn't.
They just didn't talk about it. Yeah. I mean, how many people can? That's where the whole like milkman's baby cliche comes from.
Yeah.
Now we call it the UPS man's baby, but anyways.
Amazon.
I mean, I'm with Deana on this one. Like, yeah, it's always been happening. They're just people weren't as open about it as they are now, and it wasn't as acceptable as it is now. Like, divorce was unthinkable back then.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you were looked upon like a piece of trash if you it was unheard of. In the church, you pretty much got kicked out of the church if that happened.
Yeah,
I don't think even it
people
didn't matter what religion.
Married and hated each other for 50 years.
Yeah, I know a couple people that are like that. 65 years, they can't stand each other, but hey, they stuck it out. They stuck it out, baby.
They just fart in each other's pillow every morning. That's all.
That's it.
They're still out trying to bang other people.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to bang people when you're 80. So
yeah,
no prisoners at home.
Number 8, D.
Oh, hang on. Slideshow continues on the next slide.
Yeah, next slide.
Avoid public displays of independence.
Ooh.
Public independence was frowned upon for women in the 50s. See, that's hilarious because you went out grocery shopping. So how are you
better look like you're married while you're fucking out?
You better be, I guess. Or you went with, I guess that's a thing, or you went with a chaperone. Society expected women to avoid behaviors indicating autonomy, such as dining out alone or traveling without a male companion. Such actions were often stigmatized, suggesting that a woman who displayed independence was deviating with social norms. Oh, she's going to be a spinster.
Oh, she's a sinner.
This constraint perpetuated gender roles that limited women's public presence and personal freedom because you can't be spending your man's money without his say-so. The pressure to conform to these expectations restricted women's ability to experience life independently, reinforcing a cycle of dependence and limiting opportunities for self-discovery and empowerment. I can't talk today, Jesus.
And that's true, Frank. They did sleep in separate beds in the 50s too. Mm-hmm. So that's when a man actually got a good night's sleep. He didn't have to fight for a blanket.
That's coming back. I'm okay with that one. I'll sleep in a separate room. Matter of fact, go to your house. Go over there.
Go to your girlfriend's house.
Deana wants to do the living apart together.
Living apart together, baby.
She's doing it now. That. She's already doing
it now. I am living the actual dream.
Except for the Wisconsin part.
D may not appreciate number 9, so you just be prepared, guys.
Suppress ambitions.
Squish them.
God.
Ambitions beyond domestic life were often suppressed for women in the 1950s. They were expected to prioritize family over personal professional goals. Yeah, you can't have a job. You got to stay home. Yeah. That's still a thing in a lot of cultures too.
Yeah.
The societal norm discouraged women from pursuing higher education, careers. It's like still a thing in the church, depending on which church branch you're in. Ambitions were seen as incompatible with the traditional role of wife and mother.
Well, here I'm going to ask Julian. You're our youngest. You're our youngest host. Do any of these appealing to you? Like this should come back? Are any of these you feel should come back today?
I think the dress one is nice, but I don't know if it has to be a dress, but just like looking presentable, I guess. Okay. But the suppressing ambitions, I actually prefer if a woman has ambitions and like has something that she wants. I think that's attractive in a woman. Like if she's like, oh, I have these goals. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't want to date someone that doesn't have goals.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to date someone that's just kind of going through life like just what do you want to do? Whatever you want to do. Kevin, do any of these appeal to you?
No.
None of these. You don't want any. None. So far, we're up to 9. So 9. None of these 9. No. You. How about you, Bruce?
Oh, I like the presentable thing.
Yeah, I do. I do too. I think it's important to.
And talk to you about spending money.
I think at least
any husband that's had a partner that was financially irresponsible would know that. Yeah.
Do you think there was a number? Do you think there was a number that was okay for her to spend? Do you think there was? I think every guy has that anyway. I think every guy has a number that she's
the grocery shopping and all that stuff.
Well, that's automatic.
Yeah, but when it comes to online shopping or going to the furniture stores or going to the accessory furniture stores with pillows and vases and redecorating the house every other week, with shit,
Wait, so I got a question though. So do you think it should be the same way, like when a guy wants to go out and buy golf clubs?
No, he made the money.
I like that. Well, D, you're single, so it doesn't matter. And
now,
yeah. All right, picture D. Picture yourself. Let's just picture yourself being D from 1950. You would have been a rebel. You probably would have been that. You would probably have been that girl that spray painted the ex-boyfriend's car.
Did they have spray paint in the 50s? I don't think so.
Did they have? I think they did. I think they had.
Well, I would have slashed all 4 times.
Yeah, and it wasn't locked up behind a cabinet with a key either.
Yeah, I had. I'll do mine. So like, I had like a limit. I was between each other, and I was allowed to spend this. I'm not going to tell you my limit, but I was allowed to spend up to that limit without discussing it with her. But we had an agreement. If either one of us went over that limit, that we needed to consult each other. So that was our rule. But up until
that's the point that I was trying to get to is that like it's about communication. It's not about power. It's about understanding where your finances need to go and being open about it with your partner.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Do you feel like reading these? Do you feel like men just didn't trust women to make decisions?
Maybe back then they didn't.
Yeah.
I think that like now where we are in the world is like if it's over a certain amount or if it's not something that we're like needing, then like, we should discuss it and figure out if it is in the budget, especially if like she's working too, because it is partially her money.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm the sole provider, but then maybe it's more of like a, you consult me and, I'll tell you like, I'm going to do this because obviously I'm not going to make a decision that's going to put us in debt.
Yeah.
But I think if we're both working, then it should be like a 50-50 give and take,
Yeah. But it's different when you're considering what was going on in the 50s. I mean, the man was the guy that was working. So I can understand where maybe in the 50s that was important to him, that he knew every single transaction that was being made.
Different time, different place back
then.
But it's way more insidious than that because all of those rules are designed to take like agency and power away from women. It's not about men having control. It's about not letting women ever have control.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. I forgot about that one D brought up. D's right. I think it was 1980 something before they let a woman actually have a mortgage. That's crazy.
It's insane.
3, I want to say. I want to say it was 83.
Well, and shit, look, you go back and look how long it took our country from the time of its existence to the point where they actually started letting women vote. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It's because men thought of women as like a lesser class of person.
Yep.
Yeah. It's sad. And it's stupid because like most of these women in the 50s, they went to college too. So it's just like you go to college for 4 years, you get a degree in financing or whatever you went to school for, and then now you got married, now you get to stay home. That's like nuts.
I'm sure there were exceptions even back then. So
yeah, I'm sure. Number 10, D. Let's get through these.
Sorry. I was Googling things.
I know you're steaming.
Number 10, obey. Sorry, what?
God, D.
Obey strict dating rules. This one I actually am okay with.
Oh.
Particularly for young women. I have a daughter. Yes. Chaperoned dates and curfews were common, reflecting societal control over women's behavior. Women were expected to adhere to these rules, emphasizing modesty and decorum. We should still have at least a little decorum.
Can you imagine going out on a date and you can't go on a date unless you have a chaperone with you?
No, I wouldn't want a chaperone there.
That'd be weird.
You could throw me off my game.
Yeah, I can't do the move.
That's the only fucking point, bro.
Well, her dad or her mom's watching while I'm trying to like put my arm around her and make a move, you know?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Kevin and Dee and myself and Bruce, we have daughters. It changes the whole perspective of dating.
Sure fucking does.
Seriously, I've never thought about homicide before in my life in any kind of realistic way.
I just go to my gun collections. That's all.
Have you had a crazy dad? You ever had a crazy dad?
Never like crazy, more just like
crazy dad.
I wasn't allowed in the room or anything like that. But I think that was like that was like respectful.
Yeah,
you know? I get when I'm over at their house, you know, like I'll be in the living room with her, but you know, I live on my own, so it's like when we go to my house, it's completely different.
Yeah, it's different now. But yeah, I haven't. But it sounds like it was all ages. So if a woman was going on a date in her 20s, she had to have a chaperone with her. That's crazy.
She's
I can't make
a married woman. She can't be out in the public.
Who would be the chaperone?
A friend, or it would be like maybe you had to go on double date or something.
An uncle or an aunt.
I guess I wouldn't mind if it was a friend. If it was like a parent watching us and like I knew, then I'd be like, yeah, like you know what I mean. Like it'd be a different. If it's like one of her friends, then I'd be like, okay, like I can, you know, maybe I can still make a move while her friend.
Yeah, stop short. You know what that is? You know the stop short move is. No,
that's my move.
That's my move. He stole my move, man. Yeah, that'd be weird. It'd be weird. Number
11 is where I
like number 11. There's 13. We're almost done. Number 11's don't get mad on number 11.
I would not fit in the 1950s. Women in the 50s were often discouraged from speaking out or voicing opinions, especially in public or mixed company. Silence was associated with femininity, and assertiveness was frowned upon. This expectation limited women's participation in conversations and decision-making processes. The societal norm was that women should be seen and not heard, like children, particularly in matters considered outside of their domestic sphere. The stifling of voices restricted women's influence in societal, political, and economical areas, reinforcing gender disparities and inhibiting progress toward equality and empowerment. I would not have done well.
Erica's, it's been tough. I had to be fucking rough. You got an opinion, you can't share it. You know you can't share it because you're going to get shit for sharing it. I don't know.
I think we should reestablish this rule for both genders. Just shut the fuck up if you don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like there should be a test. Like you should just not be allowed to talk if you can't, if you don't have this IQ. Yeah.
There's a lot of people on TikTok and
YouTube.
There's
a lot of people that shut the
Not this show, though. Not anybody on this show.
We're all experts on this show. Yeah.
Kevin pointed something out last week that we are therapy. We are therapy. This is our therapy session.
Well, that's because he was on the couch.
Friday, 2 hours.
That's because he was on the couch.
So
we weren't
He was on the couch.
We weren't sure if he was the therapist or we were the therapist.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Number 12. Ooh.
Prioritizing a husband's career.
Oh, God.
I feel like this is kind of repetitive to a different one that we already talked about. Society expected women to prioritize their husband's job and relocations, making personal sacrifices. This expectation led many women to abandon professional aspirations, focusing instead on facilitating their husband's success. Such norms limited women's career opportunities and perpetualized reliance on their spouse's achievements. The pressure to prioritize a husband's career reinforced gender, blah, blah, blah. I feel like it's very repetitive, but yes.
Yeah, I don't like this one, though.
Sure. I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, you make compromises. That's just a thing. If he's the one that makes the money, you go where his job is taking him.
Yeah. Well, this to me, I don't like this one because I'll be honest. It just feels like she's being fake. Like she hasn't, with all these, she doesn't have an opinion. She's got to clean the house. She's got to do all this stuff. And she doesn't have a personality. There's no personality there.
Yeah. It's the Stepford wife.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably, I'm willing to bet, I don't know how, I don't want to put a number on it. I'm willing to bet you could probably have gone down a block and gone from house to house to house. And it was like you saw the same woman in each house. That'd been weird. That would have been just trippy.
The little pink curls and the little hoop skirt and the little...
Yeah. Sex was probably really boring too in the 50s.
Missionary.
Yeah, it was probably missionary the whole time. Number 13, the last one.
I feel like this list could have been like 8 things. This is so repetitive. Yeah. Education in the 50s was often gender specific, focusing on preparing women for domestic roles. Courses like home economics were standard teaching skills aligned with being a housewife. This educational focus limited exposure to diverse subjects. Restricting career opportunities. Women were often steered away from fields like science and mathematics.
You don't need to know math. You don't need math.
I still don't know math. That's fine. Considering male domains. This gendered education reinforced stereotypes. See, it says this again. Yeah. And expectations, confining women to yep, continuing. The end. That one's terrible.
Kevin, you think he would have got by in the 50s?
I mean, sure, yeah. Like the 50s, yeah, because I mean, in the 50s, you were born, you went to school, you got a job right out of school, either like going to college or going to work in the factory. You made a livable wage, you got married, and you could afford whatever the fuck you needed. And that was it.
Yeah.
I think it's more complicated now.
I think I remember reading somewhere that it was the 50s up until sometime in the middle 60s where actually that your wages actually equaled, made it affordable to be, to survive, and have a home, have a car, new car, put groceries on get groceries, have food on the table, take care of your kids. And it didn't matter how much you made, it was affordable. During that period.
You know what changed it, right? There's this guy, I can't remember his name. He wrote a paper about like economics and taxes, and what he basically did is he convinced a whole bunch of companies that short-term profits were more valuable than long-term growth. And it swept over the nation, and shareholders and people started stepping in, and then companies started focusing on minuscule spurts of growth as opposed to like reinvesting in their community and reinvesting in their employees, to have long-term benefits. And that's what caused it.
Yeah. I think it would have been tough. I think there was, I like that the role of responsibility is split between two people now, and I can imagine being. I think that would have been stressful for a man in the 50s, knowing that everything depends on him. It had to have been stressful.
Yeah.
What do you think, Julian?
Yeah, I think it would have been stressful to know that, like, if you lost your job, then your family is like kind of screwed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there is no other income. Like, she's doing housework and stuff. So like, it was your job to go to work every day, 40 or more hours a week, and put food on the table and make sure everyone's clothed and everything like that. So it'd make it difficult.
I mean, but the job market was so much better back then.
Yeah, the job market was better, but I don't know, we're getting into economics here, but the job market was better, but the standard of work, safety wise, wasn't.
Yeah.
They could really, there was no safety standards in the 50s. You were playing, either you worked in a factory, you were touching something that was eventually going to fucking kill you. Yeah. And nobody, you just did your job. You died, 20 years later, nobody cared. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. D, I was going to ask you this in the beginning. Was Kevin your bad boy? You did date Kevin. Was he the bad boy? Was he the bad boy? He wasn't the bad boy. Oh, I pictured Kevin.
We were nerds. Oh my gosh, we were nerds.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
musicians and poets.
Yes, we were the musicians and the artists.
Jesus. Jesus. Why do women love bad boys? What do you think, Deana? Why do you guys like the bad boys?
Adventure, excitement, danger.
Danger. What else?
Bad boys are that whole like adventure persona is it's got a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got a prestige to it. The bad boys, the more dark and mysterious type and romance novel-esque. It's stupid.
I like, because when I was reading this article, it kind of brought up, like, even to this day today, that the bad boy is always the one in the movie that everybody the woman wants, whether it's, drama or whatever, it's always the bad guy. It's the bad boy is the one that they always want. And it was kind of, let me get into here. Let me do this here. I got this. I got to close that. I got to close. Kevin, were you ever the bad boy, Kevin? Brucey, you too. Were you ever the bad boy?
No, I was never the bad boy.
Kevin?
No, I skipped over bad boy and went straight to terrible person.
Were you ever the bad boy?
No.
Never the bad boy.
I've got a halo still, so yeah.
Kevin, did you ever lose a girlfriend because of a bad boy?
Probably.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know the truth.
I don't care.
Yeah. All right, let me here we go. I keep opening the wrong friggin' article. Sorry, people. My fingers are big. BS show. There we go. Let me use the pointer. Oh, that's why there's two articles that are the same in there. I keep clicking on the same article. All right, here we go. Women are often drawn to bad boys due to what? God damn it, I can't even see my own screen. All right, hold on. I'm lost here. See, I'm sorry. My laptop is acting up. You have it on there?
I can open it up.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Here's the breakdown of the reasons. Confidence is one of them. Bad boys often project an aura of confidence, which can be attractive to some women. Kevin, I'm going to assume, like, I'm going to go right now. I'm going to go. I can picture Kevin a pretty confident guy, and I can picture Bruce a pretty confident guy, and I think Julian's a pretty confident guy. Maybe. I don't know you well enough yet. We'll have to figure that out. And I feel like I'm pretty confident, right? Am I on the
so
money?
good at fooling people.
No, I mean, as far as confidence, what do you think confidence are they talking about when you're looking at a guy? What is confidence for you, D? When a woman's looking at a guy and he's looking for confidence, is it confidence that he knows what he's doing at work, or the way he approaches women? What is it that is confidence?
It's a whole aura. It's about the way you carry yourself, the way you act in conversation, when you greet a person, when you walk into a room. It's that.
Kevin?
Yeah. I mean, it's being like sure worded when you're in a conversation, like, you know, knowing what to say, knowing how to react to people, and like Deana said, it's, you know, when somebody walks into a room, you can tell if they're confident or not.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have confidence. I'm not afraid to talk to women. I mean, is that something that is also looked upon by a woman as a bad thing? Like, okay, if we're at a party and you notice a guy that's constantly around a lot of women and he's always really relaxed in that environment, is that an attractive thing, or is that a red flag thing for a woman? That's you, dude.
What?
Are you serious? You're gonna make me repeat that? All right. You're at a party and you see the guy, and he's around a lot of women. He's talking to a lot of them. You can see he's very comfortable in that environment. Is that a red flag to you, or is that something that's attractive to you?
It depends on the guy. It really does. Like, what's he wearing? Is he wearing? Is he walking through the room looking confident, but he's wearing freaking Crocs? Because that's a red flag.
Maybe he's confident in the
Crocs. Julian said he's confident with his Crocs on, man.
That's a giant red flag.
Crocs with socks or Crocs with no socks?
Without socks is worse.
No Crocs. No Crocs.
No Crocs.
Go buy some real shoes. Go buy some real shoes.
Go
buy some real
Crocs
shoes.
are like house shoes or like slippers, I feel like, or like, you know, like
they are.
That was the 90s. 90s was slippers. 90s guys they were just rolling around with fucking slippers on, dude. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? So that whole thing with Crocs and the slippers, I always I don't know, maybe it's just being a kid from the 80s, but you made sure your shoes were tied really tight because you never knew if you had the bus take off running. Now, I've seen cops on TV and other shows where guys try to take off running with this Crocs on, and I'm just laughing my ass off. I'm going, you're never going to get nowhere. Your pants are falling down and your Crocs are coming off. They're just flying all over the place. Unpredictable and excitement. This rebellion nature and non-conformity. God damn it, I can't even see my words. Create a sense of excitement and adventure, keeping things interesting. So that's one of the things, right?
Yeah, sure. Keeps things interesting.
What do you do, Kevin, to be exciting and to keep things interesting?
Nothing.
You do nothing at all, dude.
He's just naturally like that. That's what
he's just
I
naturally.
want to be exciting or interesting. I want people to leave me alone.
Sing.
Now, let me ask you: think the bad boy of the 50s is a lot different than the bad boys of 2025?
Definitely.
Hell yes.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm willing to bet D is going to pick what I think here is. Do you think that it was the bad boy of the 50s was more the 50s was more attractive than the bad boy of 2025?
Yes.
Yeah. You had the leather jacket, the bike, the whole,
exactly.
That whole persona.
There's a whole different the big muscle cars. You know, men were men. Even the bad boys were really bad boys. You feel like they'd take you for an adventure, but they'd still get you out of a tough situation.
Yeah, bad boys are often associated with a sense of adventure and willingness to take risks, which can be appealing to those who seek excitement. True?
Exactly.
That's what you guys are looking for. I don't understand that. Why not the good guy? The guy's got the 40 hour a week job. You know, he's got a new car. He's paying his bills. He's got his own
boring.
place.
That happens after 35.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what them young girls don't get. So you
Yeah,
get
but
older and you realize that's a waste of your time.
But you guys flip it, you know, because it's like, okay, you guys go through that phase, like through high school and then in through your 20s, your late 20s, and then you marry the good guy. You marry the guy that's going to make sure you have a house. It's going to make sure you're provided for. You're also working. I'm not going 50s here. But then you guys get a divorce, and then the first thing you do is you go right back to the bad boys. You start looking for the bad boy. And of course, now the bad boy's 25.
Have his own place. He lives on a couch. Yep.
Painting with a real wide brush here.
Oh, but that's what ends up happening. I'm not saying that guys don't go through that phase. I think
but, you can be a bad boy and have all the good stuff too. So
yeah. But would that still be attractive, Dean? The bad boy of today who's got all his shit together, but he's still a bad boy. Would that still be something that, is going to bring, I don't even know what word to use right there without getting myself.
He's so bad. He's so bad. He's got a great credit score. He's so bad. He's got
I mean,
401k.
how do you do that though? Like that's impossible. He's such a bad boy and so responsible.
Yeah, he's paying his bills. What a good guy. Look at him. He loves his mother. He loves his mother. I thought this is a great guy for me to be with.
He visits Mima every Sunday.
Don't knock the bad boys that got their shit
bad
together.
Boy.
Don't knock those bad boys that got their shit together.
Oh my God.
Julian, be a new word for those guys, right?
Yeah. Financially,
they're not a good guy, but they're not
financially
the bad
stable bad boy. That's the new term.
It's just a finance, bro.
Dude, check this out. Look, I bounced my checkbook last week, dude. This is hot, right? Oh, well, let me ask Julian. What is a bad boy today? What would be a bad boy today?
I think that women would consider it like the guys that are, selling drugs or something like that. You know what I mean? Like like those bad boys probably they're not balancing a checkbook. They're, stuff like that. So I think that I don't think that you could really be a bad boy and be responsible, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't think it works that way. Just like he sells drugs, but he's got a balanced checkbook. He's got a 401k,
800 credit score. Like I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens.
Oh, I can't wait to get him in the sack. That's what they're saying. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Let me get into this. Why women love bad boys and dump the nice guys. With all the negatives about bad boys, what are the real motivators for women to have a one-time reclusive wanting desire for a bad boy in their life? Are they just trying to attain the unattainable? That has to be one of the factors. It's like you think
fantasy. It's all a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. It's a romance novel. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the Notebook.
It's the Notebook. It's that, but that's the attractive part of it. And that goes even. I don't want to say the word, but I don't even know what the safe word is to say for a guy who likes guys. What is the safe word?
Rutabaga? Oh wait.
Rutabaga? I don't even know what's the safe.
There's a safe word for that, John?
I guess. Gay's not the word, right?
Isn't it stop? No, I
don't know what the right word is. So if I apologize to the internet if gay is not the right word to use here, but
it's the right word. You can say
it is the right word.
Gay is still okay.
I just want to make sure I don't want to piss them off, the LTBGYXYZ people.
The G stands for gay.
Yeah, okay. So it's safe. But even women, that's even a thing with women where they think they can change the gay guy and make him straight, and it still applies even to these bad boys. It seems like that's the thing. Like, he's a bad boy. I'm going to live with this for a couple months and I'm going to try to change him. And that's not going to happen.
big thing too. I'm going to fix him and we're going to settle down and be happy. Nope.
I don't like this. I don't like that. I'm going to fix him and change all
I'm
that.
going to fix him.
And then he's banging the babysitter.
I'll be honest, like I think I went through that with my ex-wife Katrina. I think that like she was happy the way I was, but it seemed like things changed after we got married, and now I had to be this other person. I think that happens to everybody. I mean, Bruce, did you run into that? Did you feel at some point in time after you got married like she felt like she needed to start grooming you and treating you and trying to get you to be a different person?
I was shocked I was able to actually dress myself until I got married. I mean, pretty much when I got married, she threw out all my clothes and wardrobe I had because it worked great for dating, but apparently once you get married, that was not what you needed to be wearing anymore.
Yeah. So, have you felt like that in a relationship, Kevin? Did you ever feel like that was starting to happen in one of your relationships where she was trying to, she loved what she got, but then she felt like she needed to tweak a few things?
I mean, I think you just like described like the base reason why most relationships fail or succeed. Like if it's on either side, like if both people get together and they have expectations of greatly changing their partner, it's doomed. If they go in understanding that, yeah, you might be able to tweak it a little bit, then I think those are the people that have success.
Yeah. How about you, Julie?
About what?
Well,
like
I mean,
trying to change me.
Yeah, trying to change you after like you started getting dating, and then all of a sudden you started seeing that, oh, maybe you should wear this shirt, or maybe you should, don't wear those shoes, or do you felt? I know that's kind of minute, but
I'd be open to opinions, but it's also one of those things of like, I think it's called like the 80-20 rule, where people are like, they'll find someone that's a good partner and that they fulfill 80% of the things that they want, but they're always looking for the other 20%. So they'll end up sometimes dropping that guy that has the 80% to go get that 20%. And then they realize they lost 80% and this guy only has 20.
That's happened to me a few times. All right, let me make sure I have the right thing open here. I don't mind. Bookmarks suck when they don't.
I'm a solid 90, so 10%.
I feel like I'm a 90. Kevin, where do you think you are as far as
25, 27%?
Oh, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that one. I think it's that one.
And it means 85% of you wants to change? Kevin, you're just like
no, the 85% probably needs to change.
You're just a piece of clay that just waiting for a woman to mold.
Waiting to be molded. No, don't do it. Don't.
He's a piece of work. He's a piece of work.
He's some work. All right.
So he needs the girl that's going to be like, oh, I need to fix him.
Yeah. Just back him back down on the table and start over.
Yeah. Let me get this from where was I here? With this lady, Carol I don't know how to say that name. Lembergerman, MD, clinical psychiatrist and author of Bad Boys and How We Love Them and How to Live with Them when we leave them. So the main reason women are attracted to bad boys is because of the relationship they had with their fathers. I had to go into this, and I wanted to get see, Kevin's smiling, I'm smiling, Bruce is smiling because we have daughters. So we start. When I read that, Kevin, I had like super flashback of all the conversations I had with my daughter when she was younger and how I fucked her up, But I don't think I did.
Hey, Johnny. As a father, you got to be badder than the bad boys.
Yeah, no, I know, but I couldn't help
badder than the bad boys because you got to put the fear of God in the bad boys.
Yeah, but I couldn't help it.
And then daughter sees that he ain't really a bad boy. Dad's the bad boy.
Yeah, but honestly, I couldn't help but go. I had like fucking flashbacks of every conversation I've had with my daughter Hope, and like how I steered her to bad boys. And I'm like, I couldn't have. Kevin,
I don't want to talk about it.
I was definitely rough on any guy that came to my door to date my daughter.
You're rough with them. That's fine. That's not what we're talking about. But this article, this woman is saying that the reason they are attracted to bad boys is because of how you brought them up and how you acted and presented yourself around your daughter.
Bullshit.
Like, yeah, I mean, do you feel like that, Kevin? Do you feel like he's looking to see if his daughter's around first? No, she's not there.
No, she's not. She's not. There's weird ass breezes going on in my apartment.
Do you feel like I know it's kind of hard to remember every single conversation you had with your daughter, but I had like these little flashbacks of me talking about boys with my daughter and how I acted around my boys or how I acted around my buddies. Then I was trying to like come up with this scenario in my head, like I couldn't have drawn her to bad boys. Do you feel like?
I mean, no, I cannot see. Like, all right, so my daughter is, and like I think back, and I'm like, I can't think of any reason that I would have caused her to lean that direction.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I definitely fucked something up.
Yeah. Well, your daughter's still very young. Your daughter's still very young. So
yeah. It's even worse.
Yeah. So you're still, you're still kind of if whether you want to be or not, you're still a huge influence on like the kind of men she's going to date.
It doesn't seem to be working.
Now, D, is it different for a way a woman is raising a daughter? Do you feel like you can be raising her in a way that she would be drawn to the bad boy? She's got to take a deep breath.
Personal experience. Oh gosh.
Yeah, because you got to start thinking. Look, but look, my kids know. All three of my kids know my dating history as a teenager. I was open about how I dated and who I dated and why I dated that person or how long. I was open about that because I thought it would help them make smart decisions when they started dating. You know, so
exactly. I get that, but I haven't been married since my son's dad, who, if we remember, is a lady now. I love you, Elena, my ex-wife. So that didn't go great. And I've been in a history of perpetual long-term relationships that end terribly. For the last 20 years.
Yeah.
On and off.
Brucey.
And ranging in length from 2 to 8 years in length. So
and it's I don't know why they always blame the dad. I don't know why they always go to the dad. But Brucey, your daughter, she married a good guy, but she had to have dated some clowns, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I fixed that pretty quick.
Yeah. I kind of picture you as a pretty stern dad. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah. I mean, I had guys that came to the door. They didn't know her name. When they showed up at the door, I just shut the door.
Bruce looks like straight up fucking highway patrol officer, dude.
If the kid came in wearing a baseball hat and sat down for dinner, I didn't ask him to remove the hat. I reached over and took the hat off his head.
Can you imagine being a teenager and walking up to the door, ringing the bell, and fucking a Clint Eastwood, like Dirty Harry, someone opens the door and he's like, "What?"
Yeah,
pretty much how it went.
Back in the car.
I'm turning around and going to fuck home.
I can see Bruce going, I don't give a shit what your name is. Just what are you doing here?
You're going to be here in a week. I don't want to learn your name.
Nope. I was tough. I intimidated a lot of guys.
It says when they were little girls that made them feel unlovable. See, that's the part. I don't think I've ever made my daughter feel unlovable. There's just no, if Hopi, you're out there, call the show. And I know she won't come live, but she'll call the show. Yeah, I don't think I ever did. How about you, Kevin? I mean, I don't think I've ever made her feel unlovable when it comes to relationships.
Oh no, I definitely have not. I should have done that more.
Yeah.
It's good birth control, you know.
Well, I think I was different. I think it's obvious we're all different with the boys. You know, your dad's going to treat you like a little bit different than he's going to treat your daughter. His daughter, you know, you're going to be able to go out till 9 o'clock. She's got to be in by 7. You know, she can't go to the mall with her friends.
So I can't run that route.
Yeah. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Now, there's a study that shows that it is not just on screen. Women also prefer bad boys in the real world. Scientists from the University of Western Australia. Hey, Paul. Were you part of this survey, Paul? Surveyed more than 1,300 women from 47 countries about their preferences in men. So let me open it up. Hey, look, there's a link there, John. You're a fucking retard. I've been trying to find... I was trying to find that article, and there's a link right there.
I gotta walk a little bit.
Hey, go stretch it out. Don't come back with your cowboy hat, man. We don't want to see your cowboy hat.
Or his mask.
His mask would kind of fit for this show today.
Could have been the bad boy.
It could have been the bad boy.
We got another taste of the Long Ranger.
Do I have that? That's not the wrong article. Is that the right article? I don't know, man. Today, 3 shots of tequila was a bad idea. Thank you.
Somebody call tech support. Somebody call
we only had one. We only had one together.
You had one together, and I just had 2. So, well, yeah, let's see. Oh, that's the wrong article too. The results show that women prefer men who take risks, but only for short-term flings. Sound about right? Get that excitement going for about 3 or 4 months, and then get rid of that guy and look for the next bad boy.
Because that's not the guy they're going to marry.
It's not the guy they're going to marry.
And if they do, usually it's probably not going to work out.
It's probably divorced somehow, some way. In long term. Why can't I just be the bad boy once? Can I pretend to be a bad boy, or would they spot it?
They'll smell it on you. They'll smell it.
They'll
smell it.
A mile away, buddy.
Yeah, you know.
Smell your fear, John.
I guess once I start crying at a movie, they're gonna know, right? They're like, "Why are you crying? I thought you were a bad boy, man."
Something in both my eyes.
Why are you hiding behind me at the scary movie?
Yeah. Did you get something in your eye? Bruce is a good dad. Yeah. The long-term partnerships and disadvantages of being attracted to a habitual risk taker only becomes excessive and thus curbs attraction to risk takers, and teams explain. The team explains. So I guess that makes sense. I mean, I don't know. Do you think well, I was kind of pointed out that, you know, it seems like after they've been married, like the good guy, they date the bad boy in high school and college, they get married to the good guy, they get divorced, and then they go back to looking for that bad guy. Do you think it? I don't even know how to do it. We'll say that without getting in trouble, so I'm going to skip over. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better. It's
I
not.
need to go get water, but I don't want to leave because this is riveting.
In their new study, the team set out to assess how women in environmental and social economic, say that word 10 times, context affects their preferences for male risk takers. This was pretty neat. This survey was in countries where healthcare was provided for them, and basically a good working wage, able to afford their own place and take care of themselves. Those women were more likely to be dating a bad boy than, say, in our environment, where it's in today's world. You know, here in the U.S., a woman can have, you know, all those things, but kind of have to pay for it. So it's a little different, I guess, right? How is that? Yep. Is that? Yeah.
Well, isn't that all over the news? Isn't that like so American cliche? The boyfriend that's an artist, that's friend sleeps on the couch, they're smoking weed all the time. Isn't that like the plot of at least a dozen 90s movies?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Initially, the participants filled in a survey about their age, sex, location, relationship status, sexual orientation, household income, and health. So they added all those things into that survey. Next, the women were asked to rate how attractive they found descriptions of various men from both short and long-term relationships. That's kind of interesting. I mean, how do I even say that? I don't even know how to say that. We'll get in trouble. Fuck, man. This is going to be a tough night. It's a tough night.
There's only 30 minutes left.
I'm trying my best, dude. I'm trying my best to be good. And his spare time, he likes to rock climb outdoors. He enjoys the adrenaline rush associated with these adventures. The results revealed that women who rate themselves as healthy and live in countries with higher life expectancies found higher risk takers, men more attractive as short-term mates. That's kind of weird. Does that sound weird to you, Kevin? Or does that sound pretty right on the money?
No, that sounds pretty spot on.
It's spot on, huh? That's kind of weird. Life expectancy, that's important, I guess. The longer you live, you can take more chances, more risks. Is that basically what it's saying, right?
Or you can provide for your family and have children and grandchildren.
Yeah. I don't know. What else you guys want to talk about? I'm done with this.
I don't want to talk about this no more. Can we move on?
Oh,
High risk golfer.
oh, today's not a good day. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I knew the bad boys in high school, and I knew who the bad boys were in college. And I you know, did you feel like you wanted to be around those guys, Kevin?
I don't know. I mean, in some ways, yes. Like it depends on how much, what you aspire to be matches up with what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's like, if you want to be the cool guy that's got the fast car, the people that, are the bad boys with the fast cars, yeah, you want to be like them. Of course you do.
yeah. Do you feel like that way sometimes yourself?
No.
No, you just want to be yourself.
Yeah, I want to be myself, and I would prefer to honestly be around people that are more successful.
Yeah,
because that makes you more successful. I think that the
yeah.
people you hang around with heavily influence who you will be.
Yeah, no, that's true. I've told my kids that. I stop hanging out with that guy. He just wants to get high all day. You don't need to get high all day. Just get high once a week. That's what I would tell my kids.
Or high before you go to bed, just something like that.
Just get high before bed. That's all. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? We're done. I don't got anything else on this subject. I don't. I really. I feel stupid even picking this subject because I don't know where to go with this whole thing. I really don't. I don't understand why this even takes place or why it happens. I get why you guys are attracted to those guys. I get that, but I also understand that depending on what age you are, that is attractive, and then at some point in time it becomes unattractive and you start looking for greener pastures. I think guys are the same way, right, Kevin? I mean, I think guys date the chick that's crazy when they're younger and kind of try to make that relationship work, and then realize later down the road that they need to find a stable wife or a girlfriend.
Sure, I think we're really bad at judging that, though.
Yeah, we are. Oh, Julian, you want to talk about something? Throw it out there, man.
No, I don't have nothing yet.
You don't have nothing.
Have nothing.
You don't have nothing at all?
No.
What's the dating world been like for a 25-year-old in 2025?
Honestly, a lot of it is more online. I feel like a lot of it, like people don't really, from what I see is like a lot of people aren't going up to each other like in person. It's more of just like Instagram or social media that it's like that.
That's not my thing. I mean, I hear it like, oh, I met somebody. I was like, oh, cool. Where'd you meet? Oh, I was playing a game. I'm like, huh? What? You actually meeting somebody on a game? I go, yeah. Have you met her? No, we've been talking for about a year.
See, I'd want to go back to when it was like you met people through friends or like things like that. I feel like that's a lot easier, like more organically meeting someone.
Yeah. Kevin, would you date somebody you met playing, I don't know the names of the games. So
GTA.
World of Warcraft. I could picture you dating somebody from World of Warcraft. You meeting someone from World of Warcraft. I could picture that.
I can see that. I actually know Kevin quite well, and I can see that too.
I've only known Kevin a couple of years, but I got this image.
Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna sign off now. Y'all have a good night.
Or maybe Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but Dungeons and Dragons is an in-person thing.
Yeah. So that would be meeting someone organically, I think, because it's like you're meeting them in person.
Yeah.
Besides, who doesn't want to say that they're dating the dungeon master?
Oh God, we do not want to talk about that game, please.
No, Kevin's like dating the high fairy or whatever.
He's the high fairy. He's the high fairy.
I am the high fairy.
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna step away from that. Oh my God! What cards do you have? No, I think it's different for you guys. I think it is. We've talked about it before on the show. It's just weird. It's just weird. Just the communication. There's none there. It's just like it's all done through social media or.
Well, even if you meet a girl like in person, she will go and find your social media to see. Like I think it's a lot easier now to know the person that you're actually hanging out with, in the sense of like, okay, like if I am meeting them through a friend, I'll ask like, oh well, what is their social media, and I'll look at it and be like, okay, like, do I like, like I don't have to, it's not so much as like blind dates anymore where it's like, I don't know what this person looks like at all. And you show up and it's like, oh, well, I'm not really interested. At least now, and you could be like, oh, hey, not my type, Not
my type. Well, it is easier.
Be creep. Oh yeah.
It is easier. I mean, shit. Now, if you're going to date someone, you can just kind of go on social media and get a pretty good idea of what kind of person you're going to date. I mean, you can go on their Facebook page or Instagram page.
Well, the other thing is too, is that a lot of people put up a front of who they are on social media, and they're completely different in real life.
Yeah.
They post a lot.
Nobody lies on Instagram. Come on, Kevin. That's not true.
You know what this all is, right? This is just normalized stalking.
Like they don't lie on the dating sites either, right?
They don't lie on dating sites. No, they don't lie.
A guy's like 5'5", but he puts he's like 5'7".
He bought those shoes from TikTok. He's got 3 more inches now.
You can add, every guy adds a couple inches to their height.
You got to do.
You got to do what you got to do, man. Well, in the 80s, they used to stuff socks down in there to make it look bigger. So I guess, putting on 3-inch fucking shoes to make you taller, I guess it's good. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just like Bruce says. I mean, and we've talked about it before. It's like how it's like you meet somebody online, you have to decide how much of that you're seeing online is actually true, of what, are they just traveling around the world? Are they eating at all these different places and always taking pictures of their food and where they're at and, this happy.
It's all glamour shot, full makeup, the whole kit and caboodle. So it's like, yeah, that's, and then once in a while they'll actually put a different picture in where it's like, oh crap, that ain't the same girl, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
GTS. No, it's too, but then, I think that in a way it hurts them too, because there might be a good guy out there for her or him, but he puts this front on that he's just going to be unapproachable when he could have been, honest, and it would have been, sending out more of a message that they are approachable. They're not looking.
My profile was completely honest. It's probably why I didn't get many hits, but yeah.
Well, now you look like a cop, so that doesn't help, but you got to,
Narc.
Well, that's because they want the bad boy, not the.
They want the bad boy, Brucey. Go to Macy's, buy yourself a real nice leather jacket, and
I have the bad boy. I can put the bad boy on. I mean, I'm the bad boy. I've been the bad boy, so yeah. I know how to roll it.
Have you ever tried to be the bad boy, Kevin?
Huh? Sure. Who hasn't?
We fail at that.
Everybody tries to be the bad boy.
Yeah.
Just like every girl tries to be the supermodel.
Yeah. Deana, are you still attracted to the bad boys? Are you still, if you saw a guy walking down the street, both guys are handsome. One's wearing a suit, The other guy's wearing 501s, a white T-shirt, and I'm trying to describe like the '80s bad boy here because I'm stuck in the Levi's, white T-shirt, leather jacket, and just got off a Harley. Which one are you going to be more attractive to at this point in time in your life?
Get out of here. I don't know, because here's the thing too. This day and age, motorcycles are effing expensive. So it's probably an equal amount of mortgage. It's just a matter of, I guess
With
the question
Mohawk, I'm sorry, with the Mohawk.
I guess the question is, what kind of music do you listen to, and do you like horror movies?
Yeah. Oh.
So
the question is, will you buy me tacos? That's always the question. Buy me tacos
God.
and touch
Will
my
you buy
butt.
me tacos? Tacos?
Let's say both guys will buy you tacos. Then.
Yeah, both guys. Which one are you going to be more attracted to? Do I have to pull pictures up of two different individuals?
Yes, you do. I need visual aids.
All right, the guy that's the thumbnail to this show, or the guy in the suit. Oh, Steph McFarlane in a suit walking down the street, or the guy that's the thumbnail in the show on the bike with the no shirt on and the leather jacket, smoking a cigarette. I think he's smoking in that.
No, I'm going for Seth MacFarlane. You need to pick a different person. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was like unfair.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's not fair. I should have picked
biased.
All right.
Guy
So
with no shirt on didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. All right, the guy with no shirt on that's the thumbnail to this show, or Kevin in a suit.
The thumbnail. Sorry, not sorry.
She's doing like a no contest kind of decision. Like,
yeah, exactly. That was just as biased as the other one. Exactly.
Yeah.
Would you like a shit sandwich or a bowl of
Hey, what are you calling Kevin a shit sandwich? What the hell?
Wait, okay, so Kevin in a suit versus Kevin in a leather jacket.
Yeah, let's put Kevin in the leather jacket.
Take Kevin out of the picture.
Kevin in the leather jacket, no shirt on a Harley, or the dude that's on the thumbnail in the suit.
Oh.
All I can picture is Costanza on the couch.
Costanza. Oh my God.
Can't
stand you. Can't stand you.
Poor Kevin.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I love you, buddy.
This is my life. It's fine.
You messed up, Kevin. You messed up when you were within an hour of Dee and you didn't visit. You were put on her shit list for that.
Such is life.
Yeah.
Like Kevin says, it's not the first time, won't be the last time.
It won't be.
Exactly.
That's very true.
I know who I am.
I know who I am. You're the bad boy. You're the Georgia bad boy. The Georgia.
No, like I said, I skipped over bad boy straight to piece of shit.
Kevin comes on the show with his shirt off, wearing a leather jacket. We'll know.
I'll do it right now. You'll all regret it.
Well, Kevin's also a musician, so that kind of he's got that
little bad boy vibe there.
Yeah, he's got. I'm sure he was on stage. He's him and the rest of the guys were pointing out which one they're going to go for at the end of the show.
He probably had a few groupies.
He was a lead guitarist.
I was not a lead guitarist. I was a rhythm guitarist.
Hey, Brucey, the groupies above him. That was the groupie of their band. She said it. She told me that she was the groupie of the bunch. You were the groupie of the band, right, Dee?
No.
Yeah. No, you weren't the groupie.
No.
Dee, by the time I was in a band.
Yeah, no.
What did you play, Kevin? What kind of music did you play?
Guitar.
Yeah,
and like industrial metal.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Went to a lot of weird places, saw a lot of weird shit. It was cool.
Yeah. Do you miss those days? All the ladies?
Oh, I mean, we were never that popular. I never got a lot of women out of the band, but it was a lot of fun. I do miss those days.
The good old days.
Yeah, the good days. The good old days. Bruce, you miss the good old days?
Oh man, I've been through a bunch of different days, dude.
Yeah.
Bruce has been through all the days.
I've been through a lot of days, dude. I was through the days before I was married. Then I was married. Then I started dating after I was married.
Those are the cave days.
Where I am now, when it's like Yeah, I've been through a lot of days, dude.
Back in the cave days. Mr. Bruce, what did you learn today?
Absolutely nothing, probably. Yeah, I mean, the 50s was a different time. The bad boy thing is a fantasy. And the good guys are never going to win.
I don't know. We get some wins. We have some wins, I think.
Not many.
How many? Julian, did you learn anything today, Julian?
That the 50s definitely, like, the rules that were then definitely won't apply to now. It's a lot different.
There'll be a rebellion.
I think the whole bad boy thing, like girls liking bad boys, is a common theme. Like everyone kind of like knows that, but I also know in the back of my head that those aren't the guys that those girls are going to marry, and if they do, usually it's not going to end up.
Yeah, but see, you say that, but are you willing to wait for her?
I mean, I think that like now there's.
If there was someone special that you agree, or would you wait for her to go through all that transition?
No.
I mean, you're picking up. You're
picking up pieces.
Either she likes me now, or she's then it's just like and then you get over it. But it's I think that now, especially, like, there is a lot of women that want. That's why, like, a lot of young women, like around my age and younger, also want, like, it's a lot of girls that say, like, oh, a guy has to make a certain amount of money, or like. So I think that goes with, like, the good guys. The bad boys aren't the ones making.
Yeah, you guys have. I mean, if I go by just what we see on Instagram, and I know, or on TikTok, where they always ask the girls those questions. I don't know if they're being completely 100% honest. Or
I think that's just what they're showing. I don't think that it's every woman that's like that, because I do think that there's a lot of women that are with guys or men that don't necessarily have a lot now, but at least have ambitions and goals. I think that's more what women are looking for. I don't know if it has to be that they have that, and I get that social media portrays that, but that's what gets the clicks and the views and gets everybody talking about it.
Yeah, because there's not that many 6 foot tall guys out there.
6 foot tall guys that make it over 100K a year and are going to treat you nice.
And got a 6-pack.
Got a 6-packer. Yeah, good job. D.
Yeah.
Hey, that's animal abuse. Don't do that.
Oh, I just pushed him onto the.
Did you learn anything today?
No, I never learn anything on this show. Are you crazy? This isn't educational in any way.
This is the BS show.
Yeah, you didn't learn anything. Kevin learned something today. He learned. What'd you learn?
he
learned that he was a bad boy.
He learned that he was never the first pick.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't learn that today.
I learned that a couple years ago. No.
Learned that a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. You knew in high school whether you were going to be, it didn't take long. Your freshman year, you're a piece of shit. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to figure out who you are by your freshman year.
I mean, you got to have an air about you when you start your freshman year, dude.
All you had to do in your freshman year was just work your hardest not to get put in a garbage can. That was what it was here.
Johnny, my parents were divorced, and I moved around a lot. Right?
Yeah.
So I went to a lot of different schools.
Yeah. For me, it was just
first thing you do when you go to a new school, you find the bully and you kick his ass.
Yeah, that don't happen. No,
yeah,
that's like the way you find the biggest guy and you beat him up.
That's the way I lived growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
Prison rules.
I didn't go to some good schools growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, from
if you didn't want to be stuffed in a locker or put in a trash can, you kicked the bully's ass.
Yeah, nobody picked me. I was already 6 foot tall as a freshman, so I didn't have that problem. But I still try. I did my best to avoid the seniors, and we talked about it before on the show. But like 1980s senior is a lot different than 2025 seniors. Those guys were men already. They had full beards. They were fucking 6 foot tall, 225-pound men. As seniors, 18. Now, if I were to walk into high school right now, I couldn't tell you who was a freshman and who was a senior. Would you feel the same way, Kevin? You can't tell.
You can't. These kids don't even have beards yet. I'm on the road driving, seeing kids going, like, behind the wheel going, are you 12?
The girls develop quicker than the boys do.
Yeah, that
Nowadays.
is true. Yeah, the boys look like boys. You know, I knew who the seniors were. My freshman year, I knew who they were because you can tell they were way bigger than anybody else. I mean, I was a big kid too. I mean, I was already, like I said, I was 6 foot tall by the time I was a freshman. So I was a big kid, but these guys were men, dude. And
6 foot, 110 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, not that I was tall, but I had a beard, probably a full beard by the time I was 19. And when I was, I remember dating this girl, and her mom even asked her, "Are you sure that he's 19?"
Yeah.
Like she thought I was a lot older, and I didn't understand that. And it simply came from me just being able to grow a beard at such a young age. Yeah. Like now people are starting to be able to grow beards, but I've had one since I was, I could grow facial hair when I was a freshman.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Just genetics. It just depends on genetics.
Yeah, genetics. I don't have any hair on my body. I can't help. That's the way my dad was. Anything else you learned today, Kevin?
No,
would
not
Kevin would you be all right? You said you'd be all right in the 50s, but would you try to change some things in the 50s if you were a man in the 50s?
No, because you just didn't do that. Like, I mean, again, like if you live around a whole bunch of people that are doing the same exact thing as you, what's there to change? You wouldn't know.
Yeah, that was their norm.
That was the norm. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I'd probably like let my wife do whatever she wanted. Like, I don't think I'd be that kind of person. But like, if the wife goes to go to the bank and open a bank account and the bank says no, what the hell am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah, you can't. There's not much you can do about that. You got to go down there and sign your name to it. So they, yeah. And Frank, I believe you. I've seen you. You have hair everywhere. I don't know how some people just born that way. Just have.
Does he have like hair on his shoulders? Because that shit's gross.
Dude, yeah. Frank's got like a sweater on 24/7 with no shirt on.
He doesn't even wear a shirt to work.
If that is you, sorry.
Yeah, he comes to work with no shirt on. It's just you think he's got a sweater on. It's just like, what the fuck?
Why is your sweater shedding? Oh,
yeah. I don't know, man. I think I don't like the rule. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the rules from the 50s, but I think it would have been pretty cool to be a man in the 50s, though, right?
That's when you would get your sandwich.
I got my sandwich. I would have got my sandwich every friggin' day, but I think
it was socially acceptable to drink yourself to death.
You got your breakfast, John. You got all your meals.
Yeah, I'd be probably well fed. Yeah, no. I mean, I think it was. I don't know. I mean, it would have probably been cool to be a man in the 50s. Maybe a bad boy in the 50s, like James Dean. Like, yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I just found out that
tragically, though.
I just read something the other day that said he was gay.
Of course he is. Of course he is, because all the gorgeous ones are gay.
And who did he have an affair with? Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando slept with some men in the 50s. I was surprised to see that he was even gay too, as well. I was kind of shocked. That does not surprise me. Marlon Brando, yeah.
That's because they would keep it behind closed doors.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I didn't know that what's his name was gay from the Brady Bunch. I had no idea. I had no idea that he was. The dad? Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought that was common knowledge.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know. He was just Mr. Brady to me, man. He was just, the dad that I wish I never had. I wouldn't want that guy as a dad. Or 3 sisters, 1 room away. No fucking way. All right, guys, we are out of here. Kevin, Brucey, D, we're done. And Julian, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, we'll be back. Lab work, you're late, dude. Go back to the beach. It's summer. Is it summertime still there? I think it is, right? Summer still. All right, guys.
I'm sending you a picture right now of how bad I look like when I was in my 20s.
Where did you send it to?
The
group chat.
Messenger group chat.
Chat. All right. Hold on. You want me to put it on air?
Sure.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, you look like a fucking cop, Bruce. Hold on. You look like you're ready to pull somebody over, man.
With long hair.
Where is it? Is it there? Windows. There it is.
Let's see Starsky over here. Come on, let's go.
Here it comes.
Was you the guy in the back?
That's my,
That's
my dad.
That's your dad. I could tell that's your dad.
Yeah.
This is you right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I can tell that's you. And this guy, he's got your uncle. And who's this? Your buddy?
My cousin.
Your brother? Your cousin. Yeah. See, you look like a copy of him back then, Bruce. You think? Yeah, I think
he's up to something with that face.
Yeah,
I was always up to something.
So in the 80s, I would have thought you were selling cocaine with that pop collar.
I mean, that was a style here. I even got a picture of me as a senior in high school.
All right, I gotta see that. I gotta see that one.
Is it just like a stone etching?
No.
It's just pictures of animals on a cave wall.
No, we actually had cameras back in the prehistoric days.
All right, hold on here.
Oh, look at that little mustache.
He's got that. Oh, Dean, I forgot you're in chat. Oh, hey, Bruce, you had hair. Fuck, you had hair, Bruce. What happened?
Yeah, that was the style back then, man.
Yeah,
I still got hair. Just not that long.
Haircut.
And those watch bands are back in style again. Man.
Big old leather watch band we wore.
Yeah, I got a watch with that on there too.
Odd shirts that didn't really button up. And then I think I had a puka shell necklace on, I think, or something like that.
The what?
Puka shells.
Puka shells. Oh my god.
Puka shells.
That was the thing. Puka shells.
Puka shells.
All right, I gotta go.
Yeah, we're out of here. We're out of here. Enough of Bruce.
Enough of high school.
All right. Hey, Kevin, no Hi Hitler at the end of the show. We had comments about your Hi Hitler.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god.
No. What did you do? Leave you guys alone for 1 week. Jeez.
Yeah, I was just wearing a cowboy hat and a mask is all I was doing.
It's funny you bring that up because I ended the show and I'm like, I wonder if anybody thought it was that.
No, everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. Like,
no.
They're all, did Kevin I Hitler at the end of the show? I go, I don't know. Let me check it out.
It was not intentional. If anybody's watching, that's not what that was.
No, it was. Yeah, it wasn't that.
First off, no.
See, that's the thing. Things, pictures and videos taken out of content. They're taken out of content.
I guess I'm never running for office.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Hey, they don't know. You might be liked there in Georgia. All right, nice.
We're gonna go.
Everybody, look at the camera. Say goodbye. Bye.
I'm gonna keep my elbows at my sides.